Okay, change of plan. So because I've got a market coming up, I had to get a new stall tent. This is a 3x3 one. We'll get a bigger one for when we do box flying. So I decided to give it a trial run, leaving 2 sides open. And my tables arrived today. So I think I'm going to set up my tables and have a trial run on my stall, maybe, once I've done some other things. I've left the sides open. That closes and is a window, and that side's got a zip in the middle for a door. So when I did market events, I would have the window one over here and just leave this full front open, and then have my tables in a U shape in here. So I've got 3 tables. I'm going to test it out. I also want to make some bunting for the 3 sides, and I need to get a new banner to hang. I want to get a long narrow one for here, and I've got get one that will hang up there. I've got my tablecloths are cream. It's cool. I'm going to get my tables out though. Table 1, I've got 3. Yo, Squawky! What are you yelling about? What has came to annoy you? I don't see any animals. That's Squawky. So I'm working on my... Can you pipe down please? I am trying to record. There must be a cat or a dog on the other side of the fence. That's the only time he squawks like that. He's a regular. He's that little Squawky. I'm trying to work out what stands I need, what layout I'm going to do for this size of tent, because the events we'll be doing, the bigger events, is a bigger tent. I've never actually done a 3x3. It's normally a 3x4.5 that we use. So this is a smaller tent. So I'm working out layout, and I'm also working out what stands I need, what I need to DIY. Like they need stained. I need shelves for this. I need a new clothes rail, a wooden one. That would probably sit here. That is a poster stand. I don't think I'm going to use that. But I also need to figure out what baskets I need, because I don't have many. I've got tablecloths. Hello, Chico. You come and see what you're squawking at. Don't start squawking at the dog. You're loud enough. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I took the sides off just because they were in my way for walking in and out of the house. So when this is at the event, there'll be that wall there, which is no windows, will be there. Then there'll be a window one and a window one, and this will be the only part that's open, so people walk in and walk around the tables. They won't be able to access from the sides or the back. But I'm just trying to figure out my stands, because I've got a lot of DIY to do and I'm tired and I've got stuff to do, so I won't be doing this for long. So I've got another one of these coming. I've got wood to cut to make 2 little shelves here and 2 shelves here. I need to stain these. I've got baskets coming for inside there for all the hair stuff. I've got more of these kind of random assorted vintage baskets coming. I've got hooks coming for all here, and I've got a hanging clothes rail here for the bags. I've still got my tablecloths to sort. I've got fairy lights up here. I've got a matching set coming for this side. I've got bunting coming for the back. I need to get a banner printed. I'm trying to imagine the vision. What is with these birds? These are all being real noisy. Can you just calm down a wee bit? These are like all over the garden. Just shh for me. All the squawking. It's just being very loud today. They don't care that I'm here. They're used to me. I feed them every day. So I've got a whole bunch of baskets coming. It's just hard to envision. I might have to do a proper dry run with everything, all my stock out, my tablecloths, so that I can see what I need. It also means that I can take pictures of each table, and then I know exactly how to set them up. I don't know where they are, buddy. You can call on them, but they all like flew away. So where's my baby at? I went and got my worm and he's gone. I come back here where I left him and he's not here. Oh, could this be? No, that's another parent. And another bill. There's a baby up on the roof. See, they're lighter brown. It will squawk its wee heart out to get fed rather than just come and feed itself, as you can see. Poor mum, back and forward, feeding that little child all day, who's just had the nerve to fly up into the tree, so mum has to go further to feed them. Let's see you, mum. Hey, mum. How you doing? Oh, mum and dad maybe. Where's your child? Say, child, come closer so it's not such a pain in the butt to feed you. Okay, so the tent had to come down. We went from having a heat wave for 2 weeks to having hurricane weather, which is fabulous. We've had non-stop rain now and wind for like 3 days, and it's supposed to continue for another few days. So everything to do with my tent and all the stands is kind of put on hold. It's not a big deal because I'm waiting on some things coming anyway that are required for doing a dry run of my stall. So once the sun comes back and we have a good few days sun, I'll put it back up, I'll put my tables out and I'll do a dry run of all the products I've got so far, just to get an idea of layout, to see what other kind of baskets I need. But it also tells me what other stock I need. Right now I'm working on crochet stuff. This will be done by the end of this week, and then I'll move on to just resin maybe, or clay. I kind of work in batches. I also got a whole bunch of new Carrero stuff in to put on my Etsy. I've got the bonus books, I've got the magazines, I've got notebooks. I've also got new Carrero bookmarks. Where have I put them? I've put them down here with the Carrero stuff. I've got new Carrero bookmarks. So if you're a fan of my Carrero series, then there's bookmarks now in my shop. This is all my Carrero stock. So yeah, today I'm going to clean up. I'm going to tidy my house, wash my floors, do my hoovering, tidy all this up because it's a bit of a mess. I've got to start my new book, which is an awakening book, and then I'm maybe going to do what I used to do, which was write from morning till lunchtime, and then so it was pretty much do one chapter the afternoon on my business. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but by the time I've cleaned the house it might be a lot later, so we shall see. That is my today. Just cleaned my kitchen top to bottom, cleaned all the bunkers, took everything down, cleaned everything, cleaned all appliances, washed the floor, put things away. So it's like a surface clean. Didn't do cupboards and things like that, but I cleaned just about every surface, including that wee trolley. And now I have to clean this bitch. It is an absolutely miserable day. It's been raining for 3 days now. and it's miserable. So today, this vlog is so disjointed. I feel I'm working on my Daffodil collection. I'm working on this bag, which is 50% done. And what else have I made in my Daffodil collection? I don't know, because oh, they're over here. I've made a hair barrette, added leaves to my clips. This is my earrings and brooch. It's just the beginning of a cool collection. What am I making today? Because the weather is so crap, I am going to make lentil soup, which is a Scottish tradition. Anytime it rains or is cold weather, you have to make lentil soup. So I'm going to go make that. Well, I'm going to go and put it on the stove and get it cooking while I do my bag. This is bubbling away, and I'm still working on my bag, but I think it's looking cute. I did think about putting a second row of blue, but I think I'm going to leave it. I did think about covering the handles, but what I think I'm going to do is put like a little bead charm here in these colours hanging down. Maybe use some of the beads that are in the centres. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun and funky. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to put a lining in it, probably something to match. I actually have a daffodil fabric coming. I'll need to see if it matches, but if not, it'll just be one of these colours in the lining. What do you think? It's really cute. I think it's cute. So now I'm working on little stud earrings, although they're kind of big for studs, so they're earrings anyway, with some polymer clay. And I have a mold of a daffodil here with some air dry clay in it. I'm just letting it harden a little bit before I take out the mold. I'm thinking making that look like ceramic. What do you think? I'm still working on these. I still got a little bit of shading to do, some orange dots in the centre. They're cute. I mean, they're not massive. They'll be cute earrings. What do you think? So I have my clay in the oven. I've made a brooch and stud earrings. I have to really think about what I'm going to do for the resin, because normally I like putting real dried flowers in resin, but obviously can't do that with daffodils because they're freaking huge. I mean, unless you want to wear like something the size of a book as jewellery. But yeah, so I'm thinking of making different clay, like the ones I did that are in the oven right now. This is lentil soup, by the way. It's really good. The ones that are in the oven are kind of more of a stylized daffodil. I went for bold, basic sort of, yeah, stylized. I really like folk art, so I kind of honed in on that simplified way of making flowers and folk art for those. But for the resin, I want them a little bit more realistic, so I'm going to look up some daffodil reference pictures and maybe make a little scene in a pendant that I can later fill with resin. We shall see, we shall see. A lot of this is just time and fiddly stuff, so I'm not filming a lot of it because it would be boring for you to watch. But if you want me to do a resin tutorial on making a pendant once it's done, because once I've done it I'll know what to do, then I could do that. Just tell me in the comments below. You have to excuse the really loud birds. They are squawking like crazy because they are all out the feeder. So anyway, I've been working on my daffodil collection. It's getting pretty big. The plan is to make lots of daffodil things right up until the last day of the month, and then that gives me a day to photograph them, put them on my Etsy for the first day of June. So once a month I'll just upload everything I make. So right now I am making a knitting pattern for a daffodil on a stem. Then I'm going to make a knitting pattern for a daffodil doll from my artwork. She's going to be similar to my strawberry doll that I designed, but she's going to be a dandelion, but she's going to be based on the art that I did on which I showed you earlier, which I will put a picture here. She's going to be based on her. She's not going to be exact. There will be things that I tweak, such as the colour of her legs, maybe the colour of her shoes. We shall see. But I'm going to be making 2 knitting patterns, just a standalone daffodil and then a doll. So if you're a knitter, I have hundreds, like literal hundreds of patterns. If you just go to my Etsy or my Ravelry, you will see. How do I get onto it? You will see, for example, this is my Ravelry. These are all knitting patterns that I have designed. There's a sunflower that I did. Haven't done many flowers, so this is going to be an interesting few collections. And there's 2 pages. Oh, I don't know what. Oh, there we go.
But yeah, I may take.
So yeah, these are all patterns that I've designed. You can get them on Etsy, Ravelry, Lovecrafts, and Create Fabrica. So those are the platforms that I'm on. So right now, knitting.
And take those to the market. However, I am prepared for them to ask me to put them away because I did not include those in the items that I offered in my booth, and they are a venue that only wants to.
Before I do a little outro, I need to show you the newest things that I crocheted. Can't speak. This is Henrietta. She's freaking adorable. I got her on Etsy as a crochet pattern. I will put a link to that pattern below. And this one was also from Etsy. Very cute. Which then prompted me to design my own little chickens. So I tried them out with 2 different beaks. And I feel like this is more of a duck beak. This is more of a chicken beak. I also made a chick. It's the exact same pattern as these 2, but it's a thicker yarn, so they turned out way thicker. But look how cute. I might do a tutorial on how to make this. I didn't make a little bear for no reason other than we're watching a movie and I decided just to sit and do a bear. I also have a duck. See what I mean about the duck beak? It looks more like a duck beak. I did a little mallard. These are key rings. I've still to add the beads to these. Goldfish that I did from a pattern. I think that's all. I think you've seen the rest. You've seen my Highland cows. These are still got to get finished. I've been doing more scrunchies in different colours. So that's a little update on the crochet stuff that I've done. I've still got my campets down there, which is my little animals that come with journals, anxiety journals. Right, anyway, so this is my outro. This is what I've done so far. I've done this brooch. I'm going to turn on the light because it's quite dark. I've done this brooch, which is brighter in person. This is looking quite dark in here for some reason. I did the earrings that turned out super cute. I feel like I might make some more of these. I've got these earrings, which turned out, these were the micro crochet, which never for some reason want to focus, and I did a matching brooch for the micro crochet. I did my hair clip, hair slides. I did a scrunchie in the yellow. I might do one in the orange. This isn't finished yet. Still got to get a bag charm added to it. These are the resin ones that I'm working on. They've not finished yet. Still need the backs to be done. I'm thinking maybe putting a mint coloured back like this. So I think for some reason this never wants to focus. Resin's really hard to get to focus anyway. So I'm going to put a mint coloured back on these 2. For some reason it will just not focus. Maybe if I go to the daylight. So these are the daffodils that I worked on that were a little more realistic. Nope, does not want to focus. And I think they're really cute. But I'm not happy with the resin. I used a new resin that I haven't used before. And not only is it taking a lot longer to cure than what I'm used to, it's supposed to have bubble releasing properties, and I'm really good at getting rid of bubbles in resin, and to me this just still has way too many bubbles in it. They're not that noticeable, but for someone like me who's been doing resin for 20 years that can achieve a completely bubble free piece, these are disappointing. I'm still going to finish them, still put them up with the collection. So then there's also going to be the knitting pattern for the daffodil on a stem, and the knitting pattern for the doll. I've got some daffodil fabric coming. I need to line this bag, and with the daffodil fabric I might make some other stuff. I'm also going to do a couple of notebooks. I do this kind of thing. So I might make a daffodil notebook because I've got some notebooks there. And I think that's it. I don't know, I have to think. I've got until the last day of the month, so let's see how much I can cram in like 2 or 3 days. So in the next video I'll show you the complete daffodil collection, which will also go live on my Etsy on probably the 1st of June. So that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. What do you think my next flower should be on my next collection? I was thinking maybe pansy. Do you think I should do pansy next? Because pansy is kind of a sweet summer flower. It's really interesting, bigger colour palette than just this. So let me know in the comment below what my next flower should be for the month of June. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.